So good evening everyone. My name is Maurya Hanspal, and in this session we're gonna continue our previous sessions on the concept of time value of money. So in the previous session we talked about what exactly do we mean by time value of money and why the concept of time value of money is so important. Also, we tried to understand the concept of simple interest, and we also talked about the different interest in the method of compound interest as well. That how do you compound your interest annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, or even yearly. So all these scenarios we tried to understand. And then from the formula of compound interest, we derived the formula of the future value, that how to know the future value of your present amount, that what can be your amount in future if you have invested a certain amount or a principal or the present value of that amount at a certain rate of interest for a specific period of time. Then further we also derived the formula of present value from the formula of future value, which was quite simple. And then we also try to solve a few of the questions and numericals on these concepts. Then further, we at the end we try to understand the concept of annuity, that what exactly is annuity and how is annuity different from the concept of the future values or present values, that basic compounding that we talk about. And we also try to understand the most important difference between compounding and discounting. That is, when we are trying to find the future value, we are compounding in that case. But when we are trying to find the present value, we are discounting in that case. So those concepts also we try to understand. And at the end, we left our discussion on the understanding of annuity, that what exactly is annuity and how it is different. Okay. So what happens? The annuity can be categorized into three kinds of annuity. Annuity can be categorized into three kinds of annuity. One is called the ordinary annuity. One is called the annuity due. One is the ordinary annuity. Second is the ordinary due, which is taught in all the courses of BBA, MBA, BCom, or any other financial courses. And the third one comes out to be the deferred annuity. And this also we'll be talking about. Okay. Though the process, the formulas, and the mechanisms of deferred annuity is derived from the ordinary annuity and the annuity due only. Okay. So we have three kinds of annuities, like when we try to categorize the annuities in a broad parlance. So we have basically like three kinds of annuity. So one is the ordinary annuity, the second is the annuity due, and the third is the deferred annuity. So taking first the concept of the ordinary annuity. So what exactly is ordinary annuity? So ordinary annuity is also called annuity at the end of the period. That is, when you are depositing a certain amount at the end of your period. And the concept of annuity we learned that you are investing a certain amount systematically or periodically, be it at the end of every month or the beginning of every month or at a certain date of every month. But you are investing it like periodically, be it every month, it can be every year, it can be every day, it can be every week. Okay. So, like when we talk in the context of like in the context of the ordinary annuity, so in case of ordinary annuity, that amount that you are depositing or investing, that is at the end of the period only. It can be at the end of the month, at the end of the year. So let's take a simple example, that you are investing a certain amount of money at the end of every month. That is, you invested at January 31st, then 28th of Feb, then 31st of March, then 30th of April, then 31st of May. Okay, so you are investing a particular amount at the last date of every month, at the end of each month. Or like when we talk in the context of years, then you can say we are investing that amount at the end of every year. Like for example, if I started investing from 2021, then I made my first investment in December 2021. The next investment would be made in like December 2022. The next investment would be made in December 2023, and so on. If I'm going weekly, okay, so it can be if the week starts from Sunday and ends on Saturday, then I would be making 4 investments in a particular month, because a month ideally has 4 weeks. So on every Saturday of every week, I would be making an investment on 7th Saturday, on 14th Saturday, on 21st Saturday, on 28th Saturday, right? Same, it can be on the basis of days also. Okay. So like this is the concept of ordinary annuity. We are investing that amount at the end of every period. So what is annuity due? In case of annuity due, it is also called annuity at the beginning of every period. Instead of investing a certain amount at the end of every month, in case of annuity due, we are investing or depositing a certain amount in the beginning of every month, be it 1st January, 1st February, 1st March, 1st May, 1st June. In case of years, 1st January 2021, 1st January 2022, 1st January 2023, and so on. If you look at completely from the weekly point of view, then every Monday of every week, that is 4 Mondays of a particular month, you are investing or depositing a certain amount. So that is the annuity due. When we talk in case of deferred annuity, so deferred annuity, what happens in the case of deferred annuity? It is derived from the concept of ordinary annuity and the annuity due. So it is more important to understand the concept of deferred annuity rather than just the formulas. Okay, and it is quite simple to understand. By deferred, we mean something which is not paid right now, or something which has not happened right now, and which has been postponed for a certain date or a time period in future. The thing which has not happened right now, something which has not been paid right now and has been deferred. So in case if someone had been paying the amount, or if someone would have been investing or depositing a certain amount, be it at the end of the period or be it at the beginning of the period, he tried to defer his payment. That is, if a person is investing at the beginning of every period, be it January 1st, Feb 1st, March 1st, तो हो सकता है that person invested January 1st, Feb 1st, but March में he did not invest. He deferred his payment. उसने बोला instead of March, I'll be paying directly in April. And in April, I'll be paying the total of March and April both. मतलब, if like he is depositing like 1,000 rupees every month, then January में 1,000 करा, Feb में 1,000 करा, March में उसने बोला कि मैं अभी नहीं करूंगा, I'll directly deposit in April only. तो April में that person would be depositing 1,000 of March plus 1,000 of April. That is 2,000 rupees in total. जो पुराना जो deferred amount था उसको भी lump sum में add करके he has to invest. And बाकी जून से he can start investing like 1,000 each. So that is the concept of deferred annuity. Okay, and deferred annuity can take place both in the context of the ordinary annuity and the annuity due. That is why I say that deferred annuity is nothing complex, and the formula has been derived only from the ordinary annuity and the annuity due. Even the concept has been derived from these two. Okay, so that was one thing. Now let's try to see the formula like of the ordinary annuity. Okay, so if someone wants to know that how much would be that how much amount that you would get at the end of a certain period, if you are investing or depositing a certain amount at the end of period, final amount जानना है अगर हम मतलब कि कुछ monthly पैसा we are depositing or investing. Okay, and question में ना, in case of the ordinary annuity, it would be clearly mentioned that you are depositing a certain amount at the end of every month. So see the line of that question. The question would say at the end of every month. If the question is saying at the end of every month, it means it's a question of ordinary annuity. Okay. So how to know the final amount? So the formula is basically, let's take R as the final amount. Okay. P is the principal or the amount which we are frequently investing or periodically investing, monthly, yearly, quarterly, kuch bhi, into 1 plus R is पूरे की power n minus 1 divided by R. P is the principal amount or the amount which we are depositing initially. R is the rate of interest, n is the time period. Okay, and again the same concepts that we did in future value, in present value, because like this is the formula for annually. अगर सेमी एनुअली होगा तो ये वाला आर भी बाय 2 से डिवाइड होगा एंड ये वाला आर भी बाय 2 से डिवाइड होगा एंड दिस विल बी मल्टीप्लाइड इनटू 2n. क्वार्टरली होगा तो दोनों आर 4 से डिवाइड होंगे, बस आर डिवाइड होंगे, पूरा फॉर्मूला डिवाइड नहीं होगा. ठीक है. मंथली के लिए बाय 12 इंटू 12, क्वार्टरली बाय 4 इंटू 4, वीकली बाय 52 इंटू 52, ईयरली बाय 3, डेली बाय 365 इंटू 365. So there has to be a difference between daily and yearly. Okay. In yearly it means annually. So by 1 into 1. Okay. The formula remains same. But जब daily बोलेगा, daily means कि days के term में लेना है. Then by 365 into 365. Okay. So as for now, let's remove this and write the formula once again. Yeah. Okay. So like for example, if in the question it says you that 1000 rupees are being invested for a period of 5 years at a rate of interest of 5%. Just you have to put in the values as we did. And 5 years का time period है 5. And ये bracket की power बस 5 है, इस पूरे की power 5 नहीं है. Okay? -1. And this one you have to do. मान लो and 1000 तो multiply हो रहा है. So when we do 1.05 to the power of 5, okay, we have to subtract like 1 from that. So like what do we get? We get 1.27 minus 1. This whole would be divided by 0.05. Like what do people do mistake? They first solve this and then they like subtract -1. So that is wrong. ये पूरा एक साथ ही है. Okay, so that will be 0.27 divided by 0.05 into 1000. 5400 is the answer. Okay. So you have to make sure of one thing. एक तो जो power है ये पूरे bracket की है, पूरे formula की power नहीं है. And this -1 you have to do first, and once you have the upper value, then divide it by 0.05 and then final value को 1000 से multiply करो. Okay. Go in a systematic manner. So in the question, it would be clearly mentioned to you, okay, that the amount is being deposited or invested at the end of every month. So in that case, like you would be calculating ordinary annuity. Okay. And same, they can do it for you. They might give you this R amount and say to calculate principal or say to calculate R or M. So that is very easy by using a scientific calculator or using an Excel, for which we talked about in the previous sessions. Okay. Let's talk about annuity due. In annuity due, see, since in case of the ordinary annuity, the first case that we talked about, I said in the question, it would be clearly mentioned that the amount is being deposited at the end of every month. But in case of ordinary annuity, the question would clearly say that the amount is deposited in the beginning of every month. Okay. So जहाँ पे like beginning mentioned हो तो समझ जाओ कि is the case of ordinary annuity. So formula, it remains same. Just you add 1 plus I into it, extra 1 plus R. Okay, sometimes people try to adjust this whole bracket, like within this formula only. They try to take like this 1 plus R common and derive that formula and make it a complex one. Okay, but here we are here to make things easy. So in case if the question is asking you in terms of annuity due, then take like 1 plus R, extra like 1 plus R. Okay. So if the same question had occurred, you had the principal amount of 1000, you had the rate of interest of 0.055 minus 1, this whole divided by 0.05. Again, you would take an extra 1 plus R. Extra 1 plus R. That's it. तो इतना हमारे क्वेश्चन का आंसर. Okay, like when we did. So this was 0.27 divided by 0.05 into 1.05 will do. 0.075 into 1.05 into 1000. 5670. 5670. तो पहले इतने पार्ट को सॉल्व करना, then multiply the final answer with 1000. So that is in the case of the annuity due or annuity in the beginning of the period. Formula remains same, just add 1 plus r here. That's it. Okay. Now, someone can also ask you to calculate the value of P. अगर कोई P की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करने को बोल रहा है, be it they are saying you calculate the value of P in case of the ordinary annuity. They can also say you to calculate the value of P in case of the annuity due. Okay. So that we call it as the present value of annuity. The present value of annuity. Okay. And we did the present value of the future value in the previous sessions as well. So we won't go for the derivation of the formula. We won't go for that kind of derivation for the formula. I'll straightforward just write the formula because that can take time. If someone is asking you to have the present value, the formula goes on 1 minus 1 plus r to the power of minus n divided by r. That is the formula for the present value of annuity. 1 minus 1 plus r to the power of minus n, and इसमें जो power है वो minus n है, divided by r. So this was your final amount that you got, and this is the present value which you want to calculate. कि अभी हम कितना इन्वेस्ट करें जो हमको फाइनल अमाउंट मिल गया था. तो क्वेश्चन में लिखा होगा कि कैलकुलेट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. ओके, एंड दिया होगा द फाइनल अमाउंट दैट यू गेट आफ्टर 5 years फ्रॉम नाउ is 5600. Let's say at a rate of interest of 5% for 5 years. Calculate the present value. कि 5 साल पहले कितना इन्वेस्ट करा था. So let's try to calculate it. 1.05 की पावर -5 का ध्यान रखना because this power is in negative. Okay. -1 divided by 0.05. Okay, so you will get 2425. 24245. So this amount had been invested at that time. And we calculated the present value of that. Similarly, अगर क्वेश्चन में दिया हो in case of the annuity due, formula पूरा same रहना. Okay, so let me like erase it first. Formula same रहना है, बस extra into 1 plus r कर दो. That's it. Extra 1 plus r. चाहे तुम्हारा सिर्फ annuity due हो या present value of annuity due. That's it, और कुछ नहीं करना. Okay. So that were the basic concepts of annuity due and ordinary annuity that we try to understand. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. A concept आता है, one last concept let's try to touch. The concept is regarding perpetuity. Perpetuity. So what is perpetuity? Perpetuity is something when you are getting an infinite stream of payments. जैसे उसमें लिखा होता है ना कि if we have invested in something, so that will give us a rate of interest इतना monthly or yearly for 5 years or 10 years. But perpetuity में कोई fixed time period नहीं हो सकता. You get that rate of interest or that amount back monthly, quarterly or yearly forever. Okay. The company that is issuing that bonds or the company that is issuing that security, it says you that you would be getting a rate of interest for an infinite period of time. And when that like the payment of interest can be stopped, it is all on the discretion of the company. कि कंपनी को अपनी जब पेमेंट रोकनी होगी तो कंपनी रोक देगी. बट एज सच कोई स्पेसिफाइड टाइम पीरियड नहीं होता कि 5 years फ्रॉम नाउ है, 10 years फ्रॉम नाउ है. ठीक है. तो इसका फॉर्मूला बेसिक होता है, इट इज ए बाय आई. ए इज नथिंग बट द अमाउंट इन्वेस्टेड एंड आई को तुम आर ही ले लो. ठीक है. लाइक इन मोस्ट ऑफ द बुक्स लाइक यूल गेट आई, टेक इट एज आर. So A is the amount that you invested, and R is like basically the rate of interest that you are getting upon that. And इसमें हम n क्यों नहीं ले रहे? N इसलिए नहीं ले रहे because कोई time period नहीं है. So for example, if someone had invested 5,000 rupees at a 12% rate of interest, ठीक है, तो कितना amount उसको मिलेगा? He'll be getting 4,166,666. Okay, or we can say 4,1,667 amount that person would be getting. So in case of perpetuity, what happens? There is an infinite stream of payments. कुछ ऐसा नहीं कि 5 साल तक की पेमेंट मिलेगी या 10 साल तक की पेमेंट मिलेगी. It's an infinite stream. Okay. So these were like some of the major concepts of time value of money. We'll try to cover some more numericals, some more complex numericals in the further sessions for time value of money. Okay, in the upcoming sessions. So it was all for today.